and make comments. If you're interested to join here, remember that you need to subscribe to me. It's very easy. Once again, just visit my account and sign up from the sign up button, and you'll be able to join me straight away. Remember that learning English is very important for you, which is why you have joined this app. And as long as you can subscribe to an amazing teacher, which will help you, you know, uh, developing your English language to the next level. Okay, so welcome once again, all the people who have joined from the different parts who are watching silently, and I'm very happy to get you. Okay, until my subscribers here, let's go on and listen to some BBC podcast, which is very important to listen and imitate the sounds. So bear me a moment, please.
6-Minute English from bbclearningenglish.com.
Hello, this is 6-Minute English from BBC Learning English. I'm Neil.
And I'm Sam.
The Olympic Games happen every 4 years, and the most recent Games were held in Tokyo this summer. Did you watch them, Sam?
Yes, I saw British swimmer Adam Peaty win a gold medal, and my personal favourite was 13-year-old Sky Brown, competing in an exciting sport which was added to the Olympics this year, skateboarding.
Olympic athletes inspire people around the world to take on new challenges, eat healthily, and get fit. So it seems strange that some of the companies that sponsor or pay for the Olympic Games also sell food and drink which is linked to obesity, heart disease, and diabetes.
Tobacco advertising was banned from international sport in 2005 because of the harmful effects of smoking. But other companies selling less than healthy products still sponsor big sporting events.
These could be sugary drinks companies or others who sell fast food, hot food like hamburgers that is quick to cook and serve, but which is often unhealthy.
In this program, we'll be asking whether it's right for companies selling unhealthy products to sponsor sporting events.
But first, it's time for my quiz question, Sam. McDonald's had a long history with the Olympic Games until the company ended the partnership ahead of the 2024 Games in Paris. But why did McDonald's choose to quit? Was it because A, they wanted to change the name of French fries to McFries, B, they didn't want to call their hamburger Le Big Mac, or C, they wanted to be the only company selling cheese for cheeseburgers?
I think maybe it's A, because they wanted to call French fries McFries.
Okay, Sam, we'll find out the answer later in the program.
Someone who is worried about the relationship between fast food and sport is Dr. Sandro Di Maio. He worked for the World Health Organization, specializing in obesity before starting his own public health agency in Australia.
Here is Dr. Di Maio speaking with BBC World Service programme The Food Chain about the problem with unhealthy brands and food products.
By having their brand alongside a young person's favourite sporting hero on the chest of their national team, it does two things. First of all, it creates brand attachment. So if you're a young child, you build the connection in your mind that basically fast food equals success. At the same time, it also gives a health halo to that brand. Then you start to think in your mind, even subconsciously, that it can't be that bad.
You've probably heard of brand loyalty, where people have a favourite brand they always buy, but Dr. Di Maio is concerned about brand attachment.
Brand attachment is the emotional connection between humans and brands. It goes deeper than loyalty, so that people mentally connect a particular company with feelings of winning, being healthy, and success.
The problem comes when these feelings attach to companies that aren't healthy at all. Dr. Di Maio says this creates a health halo, the belief that something is good, like an angel's halo, even though there is little evidence to support this.
On the other hand, food and fizzy drink companies invest large amounts of money in sport. Over $4.5 billion since the 2016 Rio Olympics. much of it supporting athletes around the world.
Yes, with travel, training, and equipment, the cost of being an Olympic athlete can be huge. And depending on your country and your sport, there may be little financial help.
Many athletes are desperate for any sponsorship they can get. Does that make it right to promote unhealthy eating in return?
Not according to Dr. De Mayo, who thinks people should worry about the nutritional value of fast food. As he explained to BBC World Services, the food chain.
When we think about foods and beverages of public health concern, we tend to start by talking about highly processed foods, so particularly ultra-processed foods. These are foods that have been really broken down to their kind of basic elements and then built up. They're more products, really, than foods. You know, they're made in a laboratory, not a kitchen.
Dr. De Mayo mentions unhealthy foods and beverages, another word for drinks.
He's concerned about the public health risk of ultra-processed food. Foods containing extra ingredients like chemicals, colorings, and sweeteners that you wouldn't add when cooking homemade food.
A potato, for example, is natural, minimally processed. Bake a potato and it becomes processed. Make French fries and it's ultra-processed.
And speaking of French fries, Neil, what was the answer to your quiz question?
Yes, I asked Sam the reason behind the decision McDonald's made not to sponsor the 2024 Paris Olympics.
I said it was A, because they wanted to call French fries McFries.
Which was the wrong answer, I'm afraid. In fact, McDonald's wanted to be the only company allowed to advertise cheese so it could boost cheeseburger sales.
This didn't go down well with officials in France, a country with over 1,000 different types of cheese. Okay, let's recap the vocabulary from this program, starting with fast food, hot food that is quick to cook, but may be unhealthy.
Companies that sponsor sports events pay for them to happen.
Brand attachment is a psychological connection between someone and a brand.
A health halo is the perception that something is healthy for you, even if it's not.
Ultra-processed foods are foods containing added artificial ingredients like colorings and preservatives.
And a beverage is another word for a drink.
That's all from us, but if you'd like to find out more about the business, science, and culture of food, why not download the Food Chain podcast? It's updated weekly and available now.
Join us again soon for more topical discussion and vocabulary here at 6 Minute English. Bye for now.
Goodbye.
6 Minute English from bbclearningenglish.com.
Okay, dear viewers, that's the 6 Minute English, bbclearningenglish.com. So they have spoken today about the fast food and the implication. So once again, dear viewers, we're watching the live stream from the United Kingdom, and our local time is 7 a.m. Sunday morning. And I'm waiting for my subscriber to come. If they don't come, we'll continue listening to the BBC podcast, which will be helpful for your listening as well as for understanding and try to imitate the sound. Very often, many of our students ask this question: is it necessary to have a good pronunciation or accent? And I never emphasize on accent rather than pronunciation. It is important, definitely, to have a good pronunciation skill. If you like to sound better, if you like to sound like a native, though it is not possible, though sometimes you can have good pronunciation techniques, which is why you need to understand and know the techniques of the IPA, which is called International Phonetic Alphabets. And as you might be aware, there are two types of IPA. One is the British IPA and another one is the American IPA. Though they are almost similar except in some occasion and situation, but we must be aware the techniques if you would like to develop your pronunciation in a very standard, acceptable way around the world. Okay, let's move on to the next podcast. So, dear viewers, once again, thanks for joining. It's Sunday morning here, and you're watching the live stream from the UK. Okay.
6 Minute English from bbclearningenglish.com.
Hello, this is 6 Minute English from BBC Learning English. I'm Sam.
And I'm Georgina.
Something that affects almost every woman at some point in her life is the menopause. The menopause is a natural part of aging that happens as a woman's hormones decline and she stops having monthly periods and being able to get pregnant naturally.
With the menopause comes physical signs. These vary from person to person and often include hot flushes, mood swings, and night sweats. But besides these, there may be other changes too, and living through it can be isolating both personally and professionally.
In many societies, the menopause is still taboo, not talked about in public for social or religious reasons, or because people are uncomfortable discussing it.
But recently, high-profile women like former First Lady Michelle Obama have started speaking up. In this program, we'll be hearing from two other women trying to make the menopause more visible in society.
And of course, we'll be learning some related vocabulary as well. But first, let me ask you my quiz question, Georgina. As we mentioned, the menopause is part of the natural aging process and usually occurs between the ages of 45 and 55. But what is the average age for a woman to
Hi,
reach the
Ariane.
menopause in Britain? Is it A, 49, B, 51, or C, 53?
Okay, you can
I'll jump in
stay
the
on
middle
the
and
comment
say
section in
51
that
years
case.
old.
Okay, Georgina, we'll find.
Okay, Ariane, welcome. It's a bit noisy. Okay, if you like to be on the comment section, that would be fine. So we can start going through the lessons. Welcome and thanks for joining. Today we are going to learn about a very easy topic. If you remember that we are discussing earlier yesterday, and today we're going to talk about describing favorite things. So bear me a moment, please. Describing favorite things and telling time. Okay, these are some common questions when you describe your favorite things. Number one, yes, favorite things. Very good. Thanks, Ariane. Though it's a bit noisy, I'm sure you can participate from the comment section. And I'm happy to see you. I believe that you're having good time today. Sunday is quite busy in many countries around the world, especially in England and many Western countries, because people do most of their shopping and weekly many other plans on this day, like your house cleaning the carpet, kitchen, toilet, washing clothes, drying and getting ready for the next week. If you have children, like children's clothings, etc., and lots of things. Okay, let's move on. So what's your favorite thing? Remember, if you use is, then it should be single thing. If you use more than one, then in that case it should be what are your favorite things? Yes, Ariane, you can write on the comment section what are your favorite things? What do you like most? What kind of sport, game, thing, food, or film do you fancy? Who is your favorite actor, player, or celebrity? Lots of less favorite things do Anika. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so these are some ways we always ask about our favorite things. And remember, fancy is a British word. It means strongly like or love. Okay, so you can tell in the answer, okay, my favorite thing is, say, playing football or watching movie. Or you can say, my favorite thing is, listening to music. Then, obviously a related question would be asked, what kind of genre or what kind of music do you like? Okay, so let's move this page a little bit more. That's responding your favorite things like my, your, excuse me, his. You fancy to eat delicious food such as seafood. Wow. What kind of seafood do you like to have, Arian? I like seafood too, but basically I like, prawn, lobster, big lobster with sauce, spicy sauce, with chips or bread maybe. Squid shrimps, wow. Yeah, I like shrimps too. That's great. And how do you want it to be eaten? Boiled, fried, any other way it should be processed? Aryan says lobster is so expensive in my country. It is expensive everywhere in our country here in the UK as well. If you would like to buy a big lobster, it costs you 12 US dollars. 1 US lobster, can you imagine? But it's a big size, quite good size. It's for the rich people. That's right. But yet, though it's for the rich people, sometimes we have the craving to have it. So maybe I bought it last time, maybe 6 months ago, or maybe a year ago. Okay, so when you're describing, you can say my favorite thing is a book or a toy, a laptop, or my favorite food is lobster or shrimp or squid. Or your favorite thing is a book, or his favorite thing as a book, or Janie's favorite thing as a book. Okay, so remember that we need to express in the suitable way about the person, whether the first person or second person or third person. And the second sentence is my, your, his favorite things are. Now it's plural. Now we can make it plural. All these topics like books, toys, laptops, different kinds of food. Okay, and sometimes we say I like most. So my favorite thing is my phone. I can communicate with teachers on Hello using my phone. It's not only for the Hello. I believe that you can also communicate with your family members, your parents, if you have parents, if you have husband and wife, possibly, your partner, your children, or your other relatives. And it is said that in the modern time, you can't spend the life without having a phone. The phone is like a part of your daily life, and it's very part and parcel. Have you heard this expression, part and parcel? Which means that it's a phrase, yeah, part and parcel. Means it is an important part of our life. So mobile phone is a part and parcel of our human life. Remember, this sound mobile is the British accent, okay? Americans say it mobile. Americans say like mobile, okay? This is the American pronunciation. So when it's mobile, this is UK. One second, more. Bill, this is US. So mobile, UK, mobile, US. So when you learn the accurate pronunciation, we need to be careful which pronunciation you like to use, mobile or mobile. Do people just call it phone? Sometimes they call it cell phone as well, especially Americans, but in the UK, we don't say cell phone, we say mobile. Your mobile number is blah, 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 2793492. And they don't call phone. If they call phone, means the land phone, like landline. They've got a land phone as well. Your land phone is needed if you would like to have a Wi-Fi connection, or or if you would like to have some television program. In that case, you need a telephone. And in many cases, okay, for the broadband users, you need a mobile connections. Okay, so mobile phone is a part of parcel of human life, which means it is a very important part. Okay, let's move on. So you can say important part, of course, yes. So also you can say I like most, like horror movies, fish and chips, visiting historic places. So what do you like most, Aryan? So you like most comedy movies. Oh, that's cool. So who is your favorite actor, and which movie is your favorite movie? You can tell us the name, and you can write the actor's name. Remember that if you're busy, you don't have to answer straight away. Mr. Bean, I see. That's cool. Mr. Bean has released 3 amazing movies recently. And have you watched all of them? Do you know his full name? Okay, his movies are, I think, John English. Let me write the name here. One moment, please. So there are 3 parts: Johnny English, John English Reborn, John English Strikes Again. I'm going to write it. John English. John English Reborn. John English Strikes Again. So these are 3 movies of Mr. Bean, and his full name is. Do you know his full name by any chance, Arian? All right, this is his full name, Rowan Atkinson. Okay, so I like most. You can use this expression when you're describing your favorite things: horror movies, fish and chips, visiting historic places. You said you like most comedy movies. Okay, why do you like the comedy movies? What are the reasons? Okay, and also we can say sometimes I fancy football, cricket, gymnastics. All right, Aryan has written, I like to relax after a long day of for work. That's really pretty cool. Yes, we all need relaxation and proper rest. That is how the human body works. We we are busy with our work, maybe work or business or maybe any other thing, but we need to have relaxation, and also we need to have good rest. So which means that when you watch a comedy movie, gives you much pleasure and relaxation. That's cool. And she fancies men in black movies. Then you can say, do I like comedy movies? Yes, I do like comedy movies, but my favorite movies are sci-fi movies, science fictions. Especially I like most of the movies from these American writer and his movies. Let me try to remember. Um, uh, I like mystery and science fiction movies. Like, have you? This is The Fog, The Mist. I watched it from the Netflix. Okay, Stephen King's movie. If you remember Stephen King, I like his movies. Stephen King. So basically, he's an American writer. His movies are like, uh, sometimes people say horror, but it's like a mystery and science fiction. And each movie has a good, message for the society or for the country, and people can obviously learn a lot of things from the message. Okay, Arian. Okay, so we use this type of expression as well. My favorite actor or player or celebrity is, then you can mention like Mr. Bean or Rowan Atkinson. My favorite actor is Mr. Bean or Rowan Atkinson. And the reason I like him because his acting style, his presentation, the way he makes his body language or gesture are really impressive, entertaining, and relaxation, as you have mentioned earlier. So when I watch this kind of movie, it makes my mindset so cool. I'm relaxed once again, and I feel really good rest. We should say like this. All right. Okay. So these are the some expressions, and next one is remember the spelling difference. Favorite with Ourite. Favorite is the British, spelling. Okay. Uh, Aryan says, I'm a big fan of sports. Okay, what kind of sports do you like, Aryan? And favorite without use the US spelling. Maybe you can write on the commented section what kind of sports you like. Do you like gymnastics as well? Who is your favorite sport player? I'm just waiting for your answer. When you're free, just type it there. But if you have time, maybe you can hop on for a few minutes. Then you can mute yourself and you can still type. Aryan, I think that would be a good idea if you hop on. If it is noisy, you can mute yourself, and but still you can type from the comment section. Okay, so remember the spelling once again, dear viewers. Favorite with Ourite, the British spelling, and favorite with this E spelling. So there are many words like this where the British English and the US English has a difference. Favorite is one of them, and another one is all the words that has got OUR at the end in British English, like rumor, humor, flavor, endeavor. But in American English, U is always removed. Okay. And like Santa, another greatest spelling, CNTRE and CNTER. Okay. So let's move on a little bit. Sometimes, we use a variety of expressions, including formal and informal, for describing our favorite things. And some of these expressions are informal, like bee's knees, cat's meow, or Jim dandy, nifty, Lulu, stand out, amazing, splendid, superb. So these are the some words we use to describe our favorite things sometimes. Remember that some of them are informal and we got to be careful when we use it. And if you remember, we use informal words only for our informal environment, whereas we know our people, like our relatives, friends, or close family members, So there are some examples at the bottom. I'm just going to read it out for you. And if you have anything on the comment section, please comment in so that you know I can read it for you as well. Okay. So a business. Jason is a business of Jennifer, which means uh, Jennifer likes Jason very much. I've got a nifty black shirt. That means I've got a very favorite black shirt. Next one is the place stands out from many places. That means the place is amazing or exceptionally better than any other places. And noodles are amazing food. I like it, honestly. I like Vietnamese noodles, Ariane. You'll be surprised to know that. And they are prepared very amazing way. Dried noodles, but with like vegetables and possibly sometimes prawns, vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, green peas, and maybe onions or chili, fresh chili. Okay. So, do you know what's cat's mew? Cat's mew. So it's an informal expression. It means that when you like something, like it came from the mewing of cat. When a cat likes food, and it starts mewing, and this expression came from there. It is called cat's mew. So Under the Dome is a splendid series. So Under the Dome is another favorite movie written by Stephen King, and it's a very amazing movie, I should say. Splendid movie series. William Shakespeare wrote many superb sonnets. No worries, Arian. Welcome back. But I believe that you can still hop on, and if you're busy, you can mute yourself. Let me know your thought. Okay, we've got still 25 minutes more, though. It's going slowly. Actually, not slowly, on time. Time never stops. Hey, welcome, Arian.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, teacher,
No,
because
no,
a little
no,
bit noisy
no
earlier.
risk, no risk, no
Yeah,
risk. So, how are you
yeah,
doing today?
I'm doing well. Teacher, how are you?
Fantastic as usual. So, what's your favorite sport?
No, I typed wrong, teacher. I said I'm not a big fan of sports.
But you wrote, "I'm a big fan."
Yeah,
Oh,
I tried
so
wrong.
you're not
Yeah,
you're not a big fan. Okay, that's fine.
yeah, yeah,
So you like seafood, like squid, okay?
yeah, yeah, teacher. I
So
love all kind of seafood.
okay, so how do you want it to be cooked?
Mm, normally, simple. I just simple cook like boil or steam or fry, yeah, something like that.
Okay, and what do you like to have with it? Do you eat any other dish like this? Maybe bread or fries? We call chips in the UK.
Chip like potato,
Potato chips.
fried potato, right, teacher?
Chips, yeah.
My kids loves it, but I but I don't.
You don't like chips, okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
which food is your favorite, the most favorite food?
The most favorite food, I think, because I say the name you don't know, you even don't know, right?
Maybe it's a
I love
Vietnamese name.
Vietnamese food, teacher. Yeah,
Viet,
Vietnamese. Yeah, it's Vietnamese name.
what's the name? Tell me, please. Even I don't know. I like to hear it.
Like I think some kind ordinary food that I usually cook at home, teacher. Like how can I say? Uh, Fried meat, fried pork, or something like that. That's ordinary food, teacher. But I like the teeth that I cooked.
Okay, that's cool. All right. I was going to ask you something. I forgot, maybe. So, do you also like cooking?
Actually, no. Cooking is not my favorite thing to do, teacher. But I have to cook every day because I'm only person in my home to cook for family, teacher. But it's not my favorite thing to do.
So, what are your conventional dish in your country? Your favorite dish, as you said. Just,
Favorite dish?
is it all Vietnamese food, or do you like also exotic food?
I also okay. I also like pho. Pho. I think you know that, right? Pho is famous in Vietnam.
Hmm,
Pho noodle. I mentioned before, but I'm not
noodles.
sure you. Yeah, it's kind of noodle called pho in Vietnam, and it's very famous in the world.
Yeah, there are some Vietnamese restaurants in central London, and they're very expensive, though.
Yes.
I think
Oh,
each
expensive?
each box is not less than £9 or £10, which is roughly $15 US.
Uh-huh.
A small box, yeah, medium sized box. They put noodles, vegetables, and whatever the other sauce
Yeah,
you
yeah.
want.
Mm. But in Vietnam, pho is a dish for breakfast, teacher, for breakfast, and it's not really expensive, but
What
it
is the
tastes good.
what is the Vietnamese currency? I forgot.
Currency Vietnam đồng, teacher, Vietnam đồng.
Vietnam dom.
Yeah,
Okay, so if how much is $1 equivalent to Vietnam dom?
I think just 1.5 for one bowl of that noodle. I mean,
Ah, okay, that's pretty cool.
yeah. Thank you, teacher.
All right.
Welcome to Vietnam one day, teacher.
Sure, I have a plan to visit all over the world. Vietnam is another country, and how I came to know the Vietnam from the movie Rambo. I saw the movie many years ago, Rambo One: First Blood, when Sylvester Stallone went there. He was one ex-Vietnamese, you know, some officer, trained officer. Okay,
Yeah,
all right. So these are the some expressions, as you see, we use. Stands out, one of them. Stand out means when something is extraordinarily very attractive or good. Like this place stands out from many places. Or you can say, my Vietnamese food stands out from many food.
stand
Okay.
out.
Yeah,
Oh, stand out mean uh, stand out,
it
stand
stands
out,
out. Stands out.
stand out.
Stands out.
Like famous teacher, like
Like extraordinary good. So
HR.
like noodles are amazing food. I like noodles. I like all kinds of noodles: Thai noodles, Chinese, Korean, Vietnamese.
Yeah, stand out.
Stands out. Okay. Hi, Ritesh. Welcome. Stands out. Okay. So under the dome is splendid movie. Splendid. Another word we use. Splendid means
Blended.
splendid. Splendid.
Yeah, I know this word. This word mean maybe wonderful,
Wonderful, excellent, or beautiful,
excellent.
or impressive. Okay.
Yeah, teacher.
So splendid means quite a few minutes depending on the excellent
Yeah,
or
excellent. Right.
impressive, or wonderful, as you said.
So
Wonderful.
blended. So blended. Teacher, blended say about people or nature, or
What?
can I say? Can I say when I give compliment to people? Can I say blended?
Yes, yes.
Oh,
It can be used in different ways. Like you had a splendid food, or you have
oh,
got
blended.
like you look splendid in that outfit, or you can say you look splendid in that dress. Okay,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah. Got it, teacher.
okay. So it
Blended.
depends on how you like to use it. All right.
All right, teacher.
Okay. If you have any questions or comments in the meantime, you're more than welcome. I'm just writing some of the meanings what you have just explained. Splendid, wonderful, impressive, excellent.
Yeah.
Okay. And also superb, another one.
Super.
Super and superb
Super. Oh, super.
with B.
I have never heard about super. Super.
Superb. Okay.
Super means super, teacher. Wonderful. Excellent.
Superb.
Super.
Superb is an excellent quality, very great extent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me show you from the dictionary so that it will be helpful for you.
Yeah.
Let me share it from there. Can you see that? Superb. Superb.
Superb.
Superb. British IPN and the American IPN.
Superb.
Superb. They pronounce the R, but in the British English, we don't pronounce R.
Superb.
Of excellent quality, very great. Like he's a superb dancer. Taylor scored a superb goal at the end of the first half. Wow, he's a superb dancer. Okay. So superb is an adjective on CND words. It means that excellent quality, very great. Like he's a superb dancer. Taylor scored a superb goal at the end of the first half. Then other examples, the team's superb athleticism. Athleticism. Difficult word for me as well. So the team's superb athleticism compensated for the lack of international experience. The exhibition includes several superb nudes. She gave a superb performance as Lady Macbeth. Okay, so Lady Macbeth is a drama that is written by William Shakespeare, the greatest famous English writer and poet. A poor game was redeemed in the second half by a couple of superb goals from Anthony Edwards. Okay, and next one, she gave a super performance of the Beethoven. So Beethoven is a musical orchestra. Okay. Let me see if there are any more meanings. Superbly is adverb. Superb adjective again. Of the first, very best quality, excellent. Superbly adverb. A superbly illustrated book. Superb. Again, another meaning. There is an Urban Dictionary. Okay, let's change this. Now, next one is asking and telling the times. So I'm going to read out. If you have anything, you can comment there. So very often we need to tell the time accurately, and more or less we are aware of it, how to tell the times. This lesson is only to polish your knowledge. Okay, there are to tell the time there are normal clock hours and 24 hours clock, as well as digital explanation. Normal clock hours are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and both AM and PM. And the 24 clocks are like 1, 2, 3, 4. We use AM from night 1 o'clock to noon, 11:59 minutes. Then we use 12 PM to midnight. So 24 clock starts like this 100. We don't use any AM or PM, and they are mostly used for the armed forces, Army, Navy, Air Force, or international airports, so that passengers do not get confused. Okay, I remember that when I was flying for the first time from Bangladesh to Pakistan quite a long time ago, and I listened to this announcement to the airport. The flight BA 786 to Karachi International Airport starts from 1800 on 5 hours from the gate number 3. All passengers have been requested to approach to gate number 3 for the boarding. So then this is the first time I came to know how the 24 hours clocks are used. Okay. So after that, every time I travel to many countries, I've heard this kind of expressions there. However, it is also written in the international airports, many international destinations like train stations, steamer stations, or local bus service station as well, so that people do not get confused about this 24 hours clock. Okay, in the 24 hours clock, we use 0000 hours for the 12 midnight. And there are a few ways to ask and telling the times, as you all are aware of it. What time is it is the most common? What time do you make it? Then what's the time? Have you got the right time? And sometimes we say time please, or may I know the time? Okay, and there is a very American expression, how does the enemy go? And we say very often, what's the local time? Hey, what's the time, mate? Okay, these are some of the expressions. And as you see, we use digital time and normal clock, like 2 o'clock, it's 2, 6 past 2, 2 past 6, 2:06, I'm sorry, 2:06. Similarly, 9 past 2 or 2:09, 12 past 2, we just bring the minutes first and we use the word past. When it is 15, we use quarter. Okay, quarter past 2 or 2:15. When it is half an hour, it says half past 2 or 2:30. When it is 45, we say a quarter to 3 or 2:45. And when it is 50, we say 10 to 3, 5 to 3. Okay, when it is 57, we say 3 minutes to 3 or 2:57. When it is 2:58, look at this expression, nearly 3 o'clock. It's nearly 3 o'clock in our local time, which means it's maybe 2:58. And then 3 o'clock, just 3. All right, so next one is again for the AM. If you're selling the 24 hours clock, so 0 to 100 hours. Actually, it should be 0 to 100 hours, not 200 hours. Zero to 100 hours. Then 0 to 100 past. Then when it is a 6, we should say 200 past 6 hours. We don't say 0 in that case. We use 0 when it is a full clock. then 200 past 9 hours. Okay, then 200 past 12 hours. We use like this in 24 hours clock. Remember, it is important for us to write the 24 hours correctly. Then 200, 0 to 100, actually basically it should be 0 everywhere. So 0 to 100 past 9 hours. Similarly 0 to 100 past 12 hours. 0 to 100 past 15 hours. 0 to 100 past 20 hours. 0 to 100 past 25 hours. 0 to 100 past 30 hours. Aryan, if you're back, talk. If not, that's fine. Carry on listening. Then 0 to 100 past 40 hours. Then 0 to 100 past 45 hours. 0 to 100 past 50 hours. 0 to 100 past 55 hours. 0 to 100 past 57 hours. 0 to 100 past 58 hours. Then 0 300 hours. Then we go 2300 hours. Okay, and 0 100 hours is midnight. So this is important for us to know how we can use the 24 hours clock correctly. All right, so I think Ariane is gone because she has become busy. And thanks for the donation. I don't know who donated me. Okay. No problem, Ariane. That's fine. Thank you very much. And I'll keep practicing and join me next week on the same time. You know, it is important for us, whatever we learn from any teacher, not only me or any other teacher. I know that some students have subscribed to different teachers. Remember that it is an important for us, whatever we learn from the teacher, we need to practice. Merely an hour practice is not enough. Okay, you need to give time, you need to give some motivation by yourself, you know, that you need to learn yourself and take it to the next level. You know, it is also an important for all of us to understand that if you don't practice consistently, regular basis, there is no way you can improve. Improving is important. We want to see the success. We want to see that I'll be successful in my life, whether learning English or business or any other thing. Practice is the key factor. Okay. So thank you very much, Ariane, for joining. We are going to continue 5 minutes more, and after that we're going to finish it. So once again, dear viewers, remember that whatever you learn every day, either a vocabulary or a new word, and try to know what kind of parts of speech, and try to make other words from the same word, like whether you can make it adverb or adjective or pronoun or noun, or maybe verb, or maybe gerund, or maybe any other parts of speech. Remember that when you make those words and when you keep practicing writing, as well as try to read it loudly, which helps you understand those words. Okay. At the end of the day, it is you who have to practice a lot. And I always say it every live stream: practice, practice, and practice 3 times. Practice doesn't have any alternative at all. Practice doesn't have any short method. Practice doesn't have any quicker method. Okay, it may take time, but still you can develop yourself by practicing a lot. Yeah, and remember that all the successful people are once a learner or a beginner, and they have become successful. And also all the successful footballer, cricketer, sportsman, actors, celebrities, singer, or any other profession, they start from the very basic or zero or scratch level, and after that they become successful. And success doesn't come overnight. It takes time. It takes your dedication. It takes your motivation. It takes your hard work and efforts. Okay. And sometimes why at the matter of English learning we need to subscribe to a teacher. Teacher always helps you, giving you the right directions. Okay, teacher helps you, giving you the right guidelines, and teacher helps you amending your mistakes. So if somebody amends your mistakes, always take it positively, because you're learning something from that person. It could be teacher or it could be student. It doesn't matter, but remember that when you learn from your mistakes, that is the point you're going to improve. And it is a greatest quotation of Einstein that you can't learn anything until you make mistakes. And that's the fact. It happened to me as well. I make mistakes, lots of things every day, but I try to learn from there so that I can be careful and it doesn't happen in the future. And also, I share this story almost many times, that how I come to know the accurate grammar. Up to the year 7, if you remember, I was born in Bangladesh, so the English exam, I always got very poor or low score. And unless and until after year 7, when I learned the grammar from my nephew, who's passed away a long time ago, he taught me the basic grammar within 3 months. And after that, my elder brother bought a book for me, and I learned all the grammar rules from there. And I developed my writing skills from that time. And I understood that, if I don't practice, there is no way I can develop. Okay. And the greatest motivation for me is that I don't know anything. Very often, this sentence really motivates me to know more, which is why even at this stage, though I teach here, I try to learn something new every day, maybe 1 or 2 words, maybe some quotation, maybe I read something from a famous book or a blog, or maybe from online. Okay, dear viewers. So thanks for watching. For the people, I know that you can't comment or come because it's a subscriber chat. But if you feel like that, you like to join my lessons, you're more than welcome. Okay, and definitely you can come to my live stream, and when you have subscribed to me, and you can talk to me, and we can have good practice of English speaking. So once again, guys, you're watching the live stream from the UK, and our local time is 7:58. This lesson is going to be finished in exactly 1 minute, and after that, maybe we have got a podcast interview tonight. And if you're free, join us. My guest speaker tonight is teacher Jeff, an American teacher. I think that we're going to have good time with the teacher. And thank you very much once again, dear viewers. You are really amazing, so supportive. Okay, that should be the end of the lesson in 40 seconds. Once again, thanks, Arian, and all the silent watchers. And Ritesh, I don't know how he made a comment. Generally, non-subscribers can't make comments. All right, so I'll see you later. You take care and follow me, support me. Definitely, you're going to learn a lot of things. I make free live streams for the public every week, 3 to 4 times, like English grammar, IELTS, vocab, and common mistakes, as well as basic pronunciation. Thank you very much, guys. You take care and bye.